Dear students, in the previous videos, you learned the Earth, our living planet. You learned in the two topics. The first one is what are the different names of our Earth, living planet, blue planet and unique planet. Why living planet called so you learned. And also you learned about the size of the Earth. So there you have learned what are the distance of the Earth and distance of the Earth from the Sun. And water bodies and the land bodies of the Earth also you learned. So let us learn today new topic about the Earth, our living planet. The topic is shape of the Earth. Children, often we have observed Earth look always flat. When we walk from school, home to school, so Earth look like a flat. Road also look like a flat. When we stand in the room and just observe the land, so even there also it look a flat. Whether Earth shape is a flat or different. Let us start to learn today that Earth shape. So let me everybody watch the board, children. So I'll explain you one by one. The Earth shape is often described as geode. So Earth shape is always a geode. Means the geode is a model of the global mean sea level that is used to measure the pressure surface evolution. So you can see that. So Earth shape is geode. Earth shape is geode shape. Which means literally Earth shape or oblate spheroid. Oblate spheroid, they say that. So Earth shape is often described as a geode, which literally means earth shaped or oblate spheroid. Means earth. So we commonly when we observe earth look flat, but earth shape is not a flat. It is a geode shape. How it is geode shape? What is that? Let us learn one by one. The earth is flattened at the poles and bulges at the equator. You can observe the picture also, children, here. So earth is flattened at the poles. You have to first you understand this circle what I have written here. The middle part, the center part, what we consider as a equator. The center, the middle part of the earth is considered as a equator. In the further class, I'll explain that what is the topic of Cancer, what is the topic of Capricorn, everything in the next part I'll explain. Just to understand some important aspect here. The center part which considered as a equator, and this end point what we have, this is a poles. So this is a north pole and this is considered as a south pole. So are you getting my point, children? So this particular part, the middle part of the earth is considered as a equator, and both the poles are the children. This end part is considered as a northern pole and the southern pole. So one is the upper part is considered as a northern pole, and the second part is considered, down part is considered as a southern pole. So you can observe here, the earth is flattened at the poles. The earth is flattened. So top of the earth is considered as a north pole or the south pole is a flat. It is completely flat. And the equatorial and the flattened and the poles and bulges at the equator. But so in the center it is a bulge. You can observe here. I can show you the ball. So you can observe the ball, children. It is a circle shape here. You can observe. Just you consider this is a north pole. This is considered as a north pole and this you consider as a south pole. And the middle part you can observe here. This middle part is a equator. You can see here. This I'll catch hold of like this. So if you observe like this. Observe this one. The topper, the north and the south pole, what you consider, it is a flat. You can see that it is a flat. But in the middle part is what called, it is bulge. You can see that bulge means it is a little bit flattened. You can observe in circle. You can see that. So it is bulge. You can observe here it is a bulge. That is only described here. The earth is flattened at the poles and the bulges at the equator. This both the part what we have poles is there, children. It is a flat surface. But here it is a completely bulge. Little bit it is bulge. So the equatorial diameter of the earth. So this is explanation about how earth is not a flat. Means how most of the people they think that earth is a flat. So it is a geode shape actually. How it is considered as a geode shape. So this is the explanation for that how the earth is a geode shape. So you understood that Earth is flattened at the poles and the bulges at the equator. The equatorial diameter of the Earth is 12,756 kilometer and the polar diameter is 12,714 kilometers. The equatorial diameter, what we have, children, from here to this distance to distance, equatorial diameter it is there. It is 12,736 kilometer, you can find that. And a north pole to south pole, if you observe, 12,714 kilometers is there. So it shows that you can observe that lot of different is there. If it is a flat means it is complete circle means, so it should not be have any variation. But you can observe here there is a lot of variation is there. Here 12,000 equator to here 12,736 is there. But from the south to north pole, if you observe, it is here 12,714 kilometers. Lot of different. This is 12,756 kilometers are there. You can show that it's a lot of differences there. So the equatorial circumference of 40,076 kilometers and the polar circumference is a 40,008 kilometer. Circumference in the sense here, so you can see that linear distance of the Earth around the equator. For example, this is the circle you observe, children. The linear distance one round, this is circumference means from here to here it rounds one round, it is considered as a linear distance of the Earth from the equator. So circumference means here, so equatorial circumference, the equatorial circumference is a 40,076. So when equator rounds here, you can circles here, that is a 40,076 it is there. And polar circumference is only 40,008 is there. When it comes to polar circumference, from here to here, if you want to round, it's a circle means circumference means it is a 40,008 kilometer is there. So that is the reason it shows that the difference about the 42 kilometers diameter is a proof for the regarding the geode shape of the Earth. So remaining 42 kilometers, because here to here 12,756 is there. From here to here, if you observe, it is a 12,714 kilometers is there. So there is a difference of how many kilometers, children? That is a 42 kilometers. And if you take the circumference also, only the circle if you take also, there is a lot of difference is there. So that is the reason it shows that Earth is not a flat. Earth is a geode shape. I hope you understood, children. So let me say once again, I'll repeat once again. The Earth shape is often described as geode, which literally means earth shaped or the oblate sphere. Already Earth is not a flat, it is already geode shape. How geode shape? The Earth is flattened at the poles and bulges at the equator. So Earth is in the border you can see that in the poles it is a flat, but middle equator it is a bulge. So this is a bulge and this one is a flattened. So the equatorial diameter of the Earth is 12,756 kilometer and the polar diameter is 12,714 kilometer. The polar is 12,714 kilometer. The equatorial is 12,756 kilometer. So it shows that, and also circumference also if you observe 40,076 and 40,008 is there, and this difference of the 42 kilometers, if you take a difference 42 kilometers is there. So that is the reason. So Earth is considered as a geode shape. I hope understood, children. So what is a geode shape? So shape of the Earth. Now I hope everybody got a clearance what is the shape of the Earth. So in the next class I'll explain you about the northern hemisphere and the southern hemisphere. So I hope understood, children. If any doubts, any clarification is required, you can ask me in the WhatsApp. Thank you, children.